parole.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Comr Omoleye. I'm here to represent Nigeria. First and foremost, permit me to acknowledge the effort of the Pan-African Youth Union leadership under the leadership of the President, Mr. Mamadou Diallo, with the steady support and collaboration of his partner, the Secretary General of the Union, and other leadership of the Pan-African Youth Union. It takes foresight and doggedness to put this kind of gathering together. African Union, ECOWAS, and other regional organizations knows what it takes to organize this kind of event. I want to applaud your leadership for that foresight. Thank you so much. On the point raised as regards the tenets of the policies of youth, I would like to speak on the part that has to do with legislation, because as they say, all politics are local. Legislation, or the way legislative are being structured across the globe, is about number. And if young people within this continent wants to pull our ideas and our thoughts forward, then we must be able to, play politics at the local level, whereby you have good numbers of young people populating the parliament so that our ideas, our initiative can actually scale through. And to this effect, as it is today, Nigeria has two arms of government. We have two arms of legislative. We have the Senate and the House of Representatives. The House of Rep has about 360 membership, while the Senate has 109. As I speak today, Nigeria has for the first time, we're having the numbers of young people in House of Rep member for the first time in the history of this in Nigeria. We're having good numbers of young people, which means whatever that has to do with young people, the young parliamentarians within the National Assembly of Nigeria takes it as their responsibility. And we have been getting productive response ever since the coming on board of this administration. So what we are saying is this: yes, what is applicable in Nigeria might not be applicable in other countries in Africa, but I can assure you that politics are being played across all these countries within Africa. Then we must take note, or probably take part in how our legislators are being elected, because these are the platform that formulate policies that transform the lives of the young people. So I'm not saying the older ones doesn't have the interest of the young people at heart, but when you're talking about youth without youth, then that is not about youth. So what we are saying is having great numbers of our young people within the legislative space gives us an edge compared to what we used to have before now. Recently, about some days ago, with the collaborative effort of young parliamentarians in Nigeria, a building was launched, and it was through the partnership of other stakeholders, where the purpose of that building is for young people to come together, discuss policies that affect young people, and also see how they can push it forward at the floor of the house. It costs millions of naira for them to have that building. And what it means is that after going to the chamber of the National Assembly, then when you are done with the business of legislation, you can also meet somewhere where you can also review, reassess activities of young people within the parliament. So what we are saying here is that we're talking about legislation where we can have, policies that has to do with the young people, the lives and, progress of young people. Then it has to be championed by young people. And that's what we must actually do at various states, at various countries. Let's go back and play politics. Yes, we are young leaders, we are youth leaders. In some countries, becoming leaders, youth leader might not be through politics. It might be through selection, but you still have to get the buy-in of the young people you are leading. And when the young people are not behind you, then you don't have that stake to give them direction. And recently, the president of our country, make a pronouncement that he's going to organize National Youth Conference, what that means is that it's going to create a space for young people to come together to discuss on the challenges of the country. And why this is important to be raised here is that state policies translate to foreign policies. And when state doesn't cater or probably put the interests of the young people at the front, it's difficult for such a country to push the interests of youth at the global level. And what it means is that government at stratas at various levels must show concern for young people, not just we as youth leaders alone. If not for PYU making effort that everybody comes there through logistical support, it's difficult for some countries to sponsor even one delegate to participate in this kind of conference. And imagine a gathering like this where some countries does not have the economic support to push forward their young people to be part of this discussion, then you know that such a country is missing a lot. But you can't blame them, maybe due to one or two reasons. One, for economic challenges. Two, because of maybe lack of interest. They see no reason why young people should be sponsored with millions of naira to travel, to contribute at the fora where young people are discussing the future, and the progress of young people at the global level. So what we are saying is we need to continue to use every opportunity given to us to showcase what leadership truly means. Because when your government see value in you, that you are leading and you have the support of the majority of the young people. Even when there is no resources, they go extra mile to give you the support because they know that the young people are behind you. And they're talking about advocacy and capacity building. PYU is actually doing that through this platform. We are not just coming here to discuss our challenges, we are also building our capacities. And we implore the leadership of PYU to continue in that effort in providing leadership and direction for the young people of Africa. Africa is faced with a lot of challenges as it is today, and it's only an organization like this that can continue to give hope, to the aspirations of young people across the continent of Africa. Thank you for giving me this space. And I also bring you the warm greetings of the entire young people of Nigeria, which is the largest, country in Africa with the highest population. Thank you so much, and God bless you.